Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Conversation Capital. Today we are switching things up. We have a different voice of reason. We have the lovely Figile Ngongwane. Hi, Films.
Hey.
How you doing, baby girl?
Good.
That is so good. So good. So it is the Get Ready With Me episode. So we're going to be getting ready for a day full of today we've got a lot of interviews. So that's awesome for you guys. Jam-packed shows coming up. It's going to be really cool. I can't even throw forward to the guests we're going to have. It's really cool. Stay tuned. Make sure you catch the next episodes. And before that, we're just going to get ready with me and go through a few of your comments and questions. And then we're also going to chat all things to do with being a single mom. And I think we're going to chat about it more in a throw forward kind of way because both Fims and I are not single moms. But I know that Fims is very willing to becoming. So before we get into that, let's do questions and comments and then we're just going to chat about that.
Okay. So the episode, the blesser culture on men and women. We have Zandile saying, love you ladies, your magnificent minds just blow my mind. This is empowering in so many ways. I can't even find words for it.
Thank you.
And then Latoya says, I wish I can get a blesser.
Latoya, I must be honest, I laughed so hard because you just don't care what the episode is saying. No, skabana le blesser. I
want a blesser.
And just that individualism, it touched my heart. Shout out to you, Latoya.
Love you, Latoya. The weight of infertility on African women. We have Pindile with a very important comment. She says, Gugu is my... Oh, sorry, not her. Nomkosa. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. Great interview, Ursula. I know our country is overwhelmed with GBV, but I feel this is a topic that has to be pushed during Women's Month too. Our government clinic do not allow women under 35 who are not pregnant to access gynaes. And by the time such illnesses are detected, it's too late.
Yo. No, I also felt it. I was just like, yeah. Hey, they're struggling to give us electricity. So the fight is long. But yeah, I hear you.
But hey, banana. Oscar Reka Foundation Fenty Usoka Uyeta also women. You know?
I am being fetched. You know what
I'm saying? Priorities. Prioritize your health. First and foremost. HPV vaccine.
And Dr. Pitwe, he comes, he tells us that you need to start going to the gynae as soon as possible. We need to start taking care of it.
Our government is inefficient, so we need to
I'm going to even throw forward to an episode that we have coming up with Dr. Peter around preserving your fertility and what that looks like. And catch it, guys, because he's just pointing out things that we can do to... It's difficult because, it's almost like you're putting blame and onus on people that have struggled with fertility on them. But there are things that we can do to try to preserve some kind of fertility. And I want to hear from him because I don't know how to. Yeah. Anyway, next one.
The episode Blesser Culture on Men and Women. We have Simnikiwe. The hunger is on a different level. As a junior attorney hungry for success and growth, the sadness of senior advocates at times wanting to take advantage of that. It's even scary to ask for help these days.
Yo.
And that's fair. We don't talk about this in corporate culture because we think it's just club girls. That are doing this. But in corporate, there's also that thing.
Yes, friend. Oh, there's this series on Netflix now. It's called Partner Track. Hey, ladies, go watch it. You will thank me later. It's basically just like the corporate experience of trying to make partner. And I think they didn't go the casual route of choosing a black female. They chose an Asian female. And just seeing the dynamic that they also experience the same type of discriminations. They also experience managing the dynamic of men hitting on you, men excluding you, the boys club. I remember describing to my friend that there's a boys club and he was like, hush, we're in academia, there's nothing like that. And so the one time they're chilling as guys, chatting, and it's casual things. I mean, you could come up with a research topic while you're talking about those things, or you find out what somebody's research is or whatever. And then as soon as you arrive, it's awkward because in between that research and a bit of work, a bit of play, they're talking about girls, they're talking about sports, they're talking. So there's a
Things
bit of
you can't relate
things
to.
you can't relate to. And so what that does, I remember another friend of mine said, the colleague that I work with goes plays basketball with our boss on weekends. How will I ever compete with that? How do I ever align I'll never be part of this thing where when somebody sees me, they see me beyond the suit and what I'm presenting. They see me as a friend, somebody they also want to empower, somebody they play basketball with on a weekend. Those are things that we're go watch Partner
Excluded
Track.
from Gentleman's Club.
Yo.
It's definitely a gentleman's club. We have Sewela, the impact of Blesser culture on men. She says it's fire in so many words, and thank you so much for this conversation. And we have are you committed to God or to your church leaders? Dinewo Patudi. People should cultivate their own relationship with God and ourselves. Just go to church and praise. Can't be worshipping leaders. They people like us and they have flaws and all.
If not more flawed.
Because in
Very
this
judgmental.
profession, you pass the attract a certain flawed individual.
A certain type of no guys, I don't want any bosses coming for me. I love y'all and I respect y'all. But
No,
you know,
the truth is the truth. Okusalayo, ingare unali type mo.
I mean, this Paul Kigama thing was trending this week of how he's like put so much pressure on the church leaders in his country to have degrees. He's like, degree or you're not preaching. Close that church. We spoke about it. Low barrier to entry. Salva, Fate, Muso Whitey, Segupu. Let's
You're
go.
done.
It's church time. Kolekang. We're going to heaven, baby.
Go fella. Go fella.
Don't hate me, guys. I love y'all. It's kind of loyal, especially. Out of everything.
Go lawyer. We have a request from Google. Interesting conversations. Definitely enjoying the channel, and there's so much to learn. Please show Bonga's face, even if it's just for one episode.
I agree, and we are negotiating with her. She is loving the private life. Yeah, she is loving the private life. And I get it because it's better. But yeah, we're going to negotiate with her. You know what, actually, guys, please start sharing stuff here with the channel. Start sharing it on your WhatsApp. Tell your friends and family to like, share, and subscribe. Because we actually want to have a meet and greet when we reach 10,000. I get a friend. 10,000 subscribers. So we are, I don't know, by now, maybe actually when this is, we'll be there. Right now, as we're recording, we're sitting on just over 4,000.
Yeah.
And so maybe that will be an opportunity to meet and greet Bonga. And yeah, it will be really cool just to, to do that. So yeah, that's an idea. So actually, if you want to see Bonga, share with your friends and family.
So you can see her
live. I mean, people who are like, I love your channel. I'm like, are you subscribed? And then they stutter. You don't want me to quit my 9 to 5. Yeah.
We have a potential somebody. That's the name. We all have our opinions on love and what it is. In the end, it is a bond between two people, irrespective of materialism, possessions, know where they come from, whether a stable background or not, where they build together in aims of creating a future for themselves. Sounds like marriage. Some prefer to mingle, others are on the Mujolo tip. Overall culture, etc. We should learn ourselves first. Then we wouldn't be seeking validation from unnecessary sources. That's from the Blesser.
Yes, the Blesser episode. And I totally felt that. And I also felt just the beginning part of it, like, we're different. You know, we're different. Our relationship dynamics are different. We all know from one relationship to the next, the relationship dynamics are different. The struggles are different in different relationships with different people, with friends. And how no ikrema kaofela.
Mara, at the end of the day, Mosadi ufiwa chelete. Mosadi ufiwa chelete.
Where was she when we were recording that episode? She should have been there.
Guys, we hear
But
you,
now,
Mara.
we chalete, my friend.
No, kaba gift here and there, Mara. Mosadi batla cash.
Rava gifta here and there, mara
Yes.
musadi batla cash, meaning that ya musadi kamele be consistent.
Yes. Because no honshebile. Get him down. We keep guy. Fenty keep guy.
To be honest, yeah, our
It's
maintenance is
expensive.
quite
Our
expensive.
the waxing, the lashing.
I can go take 50 rand. Like you can take 50 rand. But you're right. Wax, lash,
Body wash, from body wash.
facials, all those things add up. All those things add up.
It's expensive.
It's money. It's money.
And obviously you don't expect someone else to take care of you. Mara.
And I can't enjoy theory.
Yes.
Linda, I think Mara, as for both the things, yeah, she must be taking care of someone else because I don't see myself. I can't speak. I guess I make a speak, guys. Somebody else enjoys those things. So,
and then when I meet you, it can't be getting shorter and shorter. The interviews get longer and longer and longer. Hey!
Guys, where's Bonga? I need Bonga back. I can't have this.
No way.
Yeah. Actually, we should get into our topic.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're chatting all things like we said. And I mean, it's like, we're just touching on it. We could have a full episode on being a single mom. And maybe let's just start with the question. Would you willingly become a single mom, Bonga?
Yes, definitely. I think that I want to be a mom regardless of my relationship status. And I don't want to pressure anyone that I'm in a relationship with.
Yeah.
So if I can be a single mom and I want this for myself, why not?
Okay. Here's another question, a better question. And actually, please, guys, also answer it in the comment box because I ask my friends this all the time. You can only choose two. Good husband, like a good marriage, kids, career. You can only choose two. What two?
Career and kids, like, what do you mean?
This is so interesting. For me, by far, it's career and a partner. No. And not that I don't want kids, but I'm definitely more invested in, like, I want to experience a very beautiful kind of love. And ooh,
I've had so many of those. I'm looking for something new. Kids and career. Devs. But I know a few of my friends have said it's selfish for me to opt to be a single parent, saying
because of because of the child and what the child goes through. Yeah,
it's 2022. Like, children are growing up in same-sex households, and there's just so many things.
But being a single parent, really,
I think if you have support, it's doable. I think it's all about
from like your siblings,
your parents, your family.
Yeah, because the thing is, it's not the ideal thing, but it's something that does happen, and kids come out fine.
I know so many.
Yeah. I mean, it's arguable. Give it a saying, it's arguable whether the kids come out fine. Guys, I want no comment on my makeup. Now that you guys saw Shirley doing my makeup, you're going to underestimate my skill. Huh? My makeup skills have been fine thus far. Yeah, no, I hear you. But for me, I would want to experience kids in the context of like an extension of this love that I'm explaining.
So whether you
that
want
I want
a family.
to have. Yeah, it will be an extension of this thing that I have with this guy. And we're like, actually,
we're doing this together.
We're doing this together. Not a venture that I would want to go into by myself. Well, not now. Maybe when I'm 36 and my ovaries are starting to cramp.
Freeze them eggs, girl.
Yeah.
Freeze them eggs.
And maybe then that's when I'll be like, oh, guys. So no judging if you find me here. Welcome to the Conversation Capital with no ring.
Now I think the switch up changed for me when I was only starting to date guys because I thought they'd be great dads because I knew I wanted a child. So I was like, actually, don't put yourself through this because you don't like these people. Like, you really don't like these guys. Just, what's the problem? You can totally do it by yourself because now you're going to be...
But what are your thoughts on that? Do you think somebody can be a great dad and a terrible husband, or vice versa, a great husband and a terrible dad?
Yes.
I think the one exists. I think you can be a great dad and a terrible husband, but I don't think you can be a great husband and a terrible dad. It happens.
It happens. I think you can be a great dad and a terrible husband.
Yes, that's the one I agree with, but I don't think it can be the other way around. So I'm saying you can't be this amazing husband, but terrible to the kids. Is that possible, guys?
Yeah.
Because then, if somebody is terrible to my kids, how is he great to me? And yeah, I'm on the same time, Mina.
But maybe it's just Yeah, it's always not in your presence, especially maybe if you have blended families. You know, this guy really likes the girl, but he's not so into the kid.
And that's another scary thing with having kids.
Yeah.
The next thing, they've got this weird character.
Yeah.
And he was snacks. And I gotta love the snacks person.
Anyway, but you really love their dad.
You guys, imagine.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not gonna give all the scenarios, but think of the people that give birth to the kids that go shooting up schools in the States. They don't imagine that
Ever.
Do you understand? And now you must love this person. But I've seen it. I've seen how, because I remember there was a story of a lady whose son raped another kid that they played with, the next door neighbor's kid. So the son was like 11, 12 and raped the 4-year-old next door. And so she took a kid and they ran before they could, like, you know, press charges or whatever. And now she was on the run with the kid.
Instinct is to protect your child.
And what I realized is that the lady understood why her kid was doing that, because the kid had experienced molestation and rape before. So she looked at her child in the lens of, he doesn't know better. So you have more like mercy because you understand why my kid came out like this.
But what did she do to help this child?
I don't know all the details, but I remember she was very defensive, like, you guys don't understand why my kid came out like that. And I know why my child came out like that. And I felt it. I was just like, you know, you see your child in a different lens, and that's why people love these people throughout these horrendous things. But that, anyway, the point is, it scares me that I could have, God forbid, a kid that just, oh my gosh. And I'm just so scared of them. You know, you've seen these videos where, like, the kid is taking a golf club and breaking the TV's got going, and you're just like,
no.
What
Can you do that in your house? Never.
It was trending this week.
A black child,
but the mom came forward to say that one of her struggles with some mental whatever health thing, and she was like, I trusted somebody with a video that I sent that to, and they leaked it. But so I have to do this. It was really sad.
Shame.
It was really a sad video, and those things they make me nervous. I'm just like, actually, life is also fine as trash girl. Trash girl, you know. Yeah, so yeah, those are things to consider. And yeah, I think being a parent is like probably the most selfless thing you're ever gonna do, you know.
And it's unconditional love, because whether your child is a serial killer or you're gonna love, you will still be there, hoping, praying.
I mean, I do get surprised at parents that manage to cut their kids off. I never understand it, because I know my parents, mom and dad, I love you guys so much. My parents, they wouldn't. Like, I could kill someone. My parents will just be like, why'd you do it? Like, they'll be upset, but they'll be next to me, you know. And so just experiencing that love from my parents, I don't know if I can give that to someone else. Well, I hope to, but it's a thing. It's like, to be a parent, you must be ready. Tell us what you guys think, actually. Maybe somebody's like, it's not that deep.
That's tricky.
It's not that deep, just have a baby.
You'll support I always see myself calling the cops on my kid, yelling, no, not this rubbish.
In Botswana, I think it was a mokhatlo, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, but Botswana, correct me if I'm wrong, but I once heard from a friend of mine that I went to boarding school with. She said in Botswana, but I'm mokhatlo, so if your kid is unruly and you can't spank them anymore, maybe they're like 16, 18, they're a bit strong, you can call in the cops, and then they do a whole display. They tell like the community what somebody's done, so you can go and watch these things. Then they give a certain number of hidings
to your kid
in public for you. So they sort out your child for
you.
You know. So basically, I want to ban batho language ba Botswana, and batho ba Botswana ba right. Okay, man.
Okay.
Don't. Guys, I'll finish. Yes. And Baba, I'm just thinking of Connie Ferguson. Oh, gorgeous. Guys, let me finish my face off air. I think we are definitely out of time. Continue to like, share, subscribe. We love you guys so much. Don't forget, we're aiming for the 10,000 mark. We're going to have a cool meet and greet. But thank you so much so far for the support. I must be honest, like, wow. I am overwhelmed, loving, and I say this all the time. Actually, it's getting old. But I really am overwhelmed, and I love you guys so much. Thank you. Catch you guys in the next episode.